Okay, first question. What percentage of your job is new development versus maintenance? What percentage of your job is new development versus maintenance?
It
Who wants
depends.
to go first?
Um, I guess right now, I guess it depends on exactly what's the direction of the company. Like right now, like well, we're trying to be a compliant company, so it's a lot of rules and regulations that we have to have in there. So we're doing a lot of automated things. So I guess everyone gets treated the same. I guess because people can have you have people that can you have human error, there's other things that go into it as well, but that's the main thing. So if you actually have it where it goes through these systems and everything, so a lot of stuff we doing is like new development, but it's for old processes that was being done manually. That's just done right now. But it's also like maintenance on things as well because new technologies come up, and I guess that's like new development too. But like when we have like we had like an M&P team, so like when things go wrong, it'll actually go to this team, and they'll like just keep it up or find a better way to reconstruct it so it don't seem like it's just a band-aid on
Okay.
I would say mine is about 50-50 because we are implementing SSO right now, but then there's sustainment with reports that I have to generate. So it's a bit of both.
Okay. Okay. All right. Next question. How much do you need to know about the business where applications will run?
it. You wanna go first on this?
Huh? How much more do you need to know about the business
Uh,
where the applications will run? Did you hear me? Oh,
yeah, I was trying to see if she wanted to go first. I didn't know if I was gonna go
okay.
first on every question or
Oh,
not.
okay. I was wondering what business aspect you were referring to, like businesses in the company that runs the application,
Or
or
the uh the departments.
it's cutting out.
Oh,
I have Google Fiber. I can't hear anything.
yeah, she did go out. I see it. So we'll go
Uh,
to another one.
I got Google Fiber too. I mean, well, I guess I say in my company, it's like huge to know about the business part. We actually work directly with the bid. We're in agile, so every day we meet with the business basically, and they actually report to certain people. Then we have the change management that they report to as well. So it end up getting on the way down to the people who's actually using the application. And if they don't like something, they'll tell us as well. So um, and knowing exactly what they want goes a long way as well, because they could tell you like, I want this, I want this, I want A, B, and C, and you could deliver A, B, and C. But if you don't know the why behind it, you're just gonna give them exactly what they want. You're not gonna ask the right questions, and they're gonna get it like, okay, like you satisfied everything I said, but I didn't think it was gonna be like that, you know.
Mhm.
Like so, if you can identify the why of what why they're doing it, then you can actually win the battle before you actually code. Because
Okay.
coding really like the easy part of it. It's just the environment, keeping up in, and actually having the understanding of the business and everything that they actually want.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Next question. What do you like most about your job? Basically, yeah. What do you know like most about your job?
Um,
Oh yeah.
Specifically,
Yeah.
my
That's too. Yeah. That's too long because you work. That's too long. Um. What environments?
the money.
The money, right? The money. What environments do software developers usually work in? Is it mostly team-based or mostly individual work in a hierarchy? Um, yeah, that.
Both really. Like I said, like every morning we had these things called stand-ups. Like in an agile environment, you tell what you did the previous day, what you plan on doing today, and if there's any impediments that's stopping you from getting your work done. Um, Everyone has individual things that they have to get done. Everyone has their things. A lot of times we are working in the same environment, so we have to let each other know certain things so we don't step on each other's toes. I guess no, now we actually have our own. I guess since we're doing like the new web and React and stuff, everyone has their own branches, their own pods. So you putting your own stuff out there. Then we have to merge it together and see if it all works together. But it does be sometimes where my story depend on theirs, or our stories are closely related, or we're actually working on the same file or similar things on the same page. So it just depends. But we like if you're talking every day, and like a lot of that can be foreseen on what to do. So it's kind of like you're working together and separate at the same time.
Okay. What would you tell your younger self about your career given chance? Any encouraging words, advice, or warnings?
Me personally, myself, since I didn't go to school for IT, so it's a lot of like underlying stuff I didn't know. But I guess the respect the process thing. I think I was talking about it last week on the thing. But it's a lot of things that I was looking at how it was being done instead of the why. So I say like about 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I was I ain't gonna say I was an expert at it, but I pretty much knew it. And then we ended up changing platforms. So everything that I knew basically just went out the window. So, but if I would have known what was going on underlining of it, then it'd be a little bit easier to actually make that transition to the different stuff.
Okay. How hard is it to deal with software development problems and how do you solve them?
Um, the actual development problems aren't that difficult.
Right. It's
It's usually like the environments that it's in, and we have like very complex environments. Um, it can go down at any time, and a lot of things are interconnected. So that's like the main frustrating thing, and or it's not even reaching to the point where I need to have something. And I think I get like when I talk to the business, it's hard to explain to the business on certain things. So the example I gave, like it's like last week or the week before last, and I was like, yeah, I was like when you go into, I was like, I'm like when you go through these issues, I'm like it's certain issues you expect to get into or whatever. So I was like, I'm like it's like if you're driving to work and you know like there's going to be these lights here, there may be an accident here, maybe I need to stop and get gas, get coffee, but those are like regular obstacles that you're normally facing on the way to work. Even though they might change each day, you're kind of used to it. And that's I explain environment areas is like, but when you have these areas, I'm not even getting to the point where I get through these obstacles. It's like my car is not starting at all.
okay.
So now I have to find out how to start my car so I can go along about my day. So if it's just like trying to do your job and your computer won't cut on, you
Right.
know, like if it's not cutting on, I can't actually get to the point where I'm actually trying to do my work here. But the actual development part, like that's the easiest part for real.
Cool. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, question. Here's a question for you. Um, what would you tell your younger self about your career given choice? Any encouraging words, advice, or warnings?
I would tell my younger self to not be afraid to take certification tests. Just study, do it, and don't second guess.
That is some real good advice. Real good. Um, industry. Do you all believe school is really preparing students to even jump in for working on teams and writing programs and learning or is this just a foundation that they need to end up learning? But they really
Definitely a foundation.
Yeah, like school is basically just see if you can work with other people, you can meet deadlines, and you're not dumb.
basically, yeah. Because what I try, because I'm teaching C++, and it's just all these separate programs. I'm like, I would love to have a class that I start in week 1, and by the time we get to week 13, they have developed the application or developed the product. But it's never that way because they're new to program. They're learning they don't know what a variable is. They don't understand what a function is. They don't understand modules and things like that.
I'll tell you this though, like when I first like when I was taking classes, like I took like a C++ class and like a data structure class and like a what's the other one with the assembly language? I took microprocessing.
Okay.
But this is over like a whole bunch of years though. It's not like all together or nothing. But I didn't like it because it wasn't like a real application we was working on. Like when I actually got to my job, it's like, okay, I can actually see this. It's this page. Just go make this, do this. And like you actually doing stuff. It's not like, okay, give me a number and make a square of these many dimensions. You know, like I'm like, man, what is this? Like this don't mean nothing. I don't even know what this do. But yeah, like it when you actually, I guess, see something that's, I guess, more eye candy appealing or something like that. Like it make it like of course you still gotta know what a variable is and function. Like of course you still gotta go that and
Right, because a lot of times they're taking.
as long as you know what a variable is and a loop is and the if condition, like you pretty much good with that. Like you can just go off that
Because
and
they
then
don't
just
know
go
what
off
if,
the
then,
structure.
and else. They don't understand when to use while. They don't understand when the variables is a global variable and also when to call different procedures as well. So it's just you're taking the C++ class. So really the C++ class is getting a foundation and to build your skills. I always recommend go get an intern.
It's basically teaching them how to add and subtract, divide and multiply before you teach them algebra. Like you can't do calculus if you don't know how to add. You know, like you go out and know how to do that.
And it also, I think tell me if you all agree or disagree, it also tests their problem solving skills. When you get stuck, what are you going to do what are you going to do in order to process to find the issues of the program, the problem before you end up asking the professor, can I get help? Can I get help? No, what are you going to do to figure out that problem?
Yeah, yeah. Every time I ask for help or send out an email on help, I always tell them like exactly what I try first. Because it's like when you call somebody when your internet ain't working and they ask you, is it plugged in? You know what I'm saying? Like one of them or something, like you gotta let them know, okay, I've already plugged it in. I turned it on and off already. I've done this already. What's next?
I like that. I like what you just said. What did you try first? So that's what I'm going to do for my next class. That's going to be part of all my classes, period, now, for my database classes to my data analytics and also my C++ class. That's going to be before you call and ask me a question. Tell me what you have done first and what you have tried first prior to asking the questions, because sometimes they just look at it and okay, let me call a professor and find out what I need. I like that. I need a list, because I really do believe if you go down that list of what I tried first, it's going to click somewhere on finding the problem before you even come to me.
Yeah, because I remember one time, like this one new dude, like I ain't gonna lie, like he was a little arrogant when he came in. Like this white boy. You know what I'm saying? Like and then like he had just come up, he was like, hey man, like it's not working. And then like if we go over there and be like, okay, like try this. And then come like a couple hours later, like, hey, I don't know why it's not working. And he's like, man, what did you try? Like, did you try a different member number? Maybe this member number's not going. Did you try close the application, open it again? You know what I'm saying? Like try something, you know, like did you try this? Did you check to see is this still in the database? Is this a valid member still? Like is this a
think.
Did it
Up to
expire?
one is two.
Like anything, yeah, like
Right.
you can, like anything, like it's not always, and a lot of times it's not like an IT issue. Like it's something regular. It's a data issue. It's a you put it in wrong. Maybe you fat finger something. Like anything.
ID10T.
Yes. ID10T. ID10T all the time. Oh, how much new technology do you have to learn every year?
Oh, that's fun. I don't know if I could quantify it, but things are always changing and always getting an update. We have an update coming in next week, actually.
Yep, I'm finna say like I said,
Quarterly.
like we have like a new platform coming out. Like as technology advanced, like I mean, I'm pretty sure your company's gonna want to like get advanced with it, unless you go get left behind. So like when we, like I said, we doing a lot of like React and Redux, and I wasn't doing this stuff at first. Like now I am. Like,
I mean,
so
we're lifelong learners. You're gonna always learn something different.
it's always go evolve. Everything go evolve. Like look at the phone right now, and look at phone 5 years ago. Look at phone 10 years ago. Like it's go always evolve.
So, one last question to both of you all. What, for those who are aspiring to go into the IT part, the software development part of IT, what type of advice would you give them? They're starting out, they're new.
I would do
Uh,
what you said, internships, real world experience. I feel like that is key. That is vital.
And I can agree with you on that part. On that part, the internship. How I agree with that is because when I was going to I think my sophomore year, I did an internship, and I was fortunate for every class I took, there was a real world experience. So now I can see where these variables are going, where the libraries are linking up. How do I work with other departments, project management, making sure the development, we're interacting with people, and so yeah, the internship brings everything together, and it makes you think. I think
Mhm.
that's the big, you have to know how to think. You're not coming into the industry and you believe somebody's going to tell you what you want to do and how to do it. If that's the case, they can get AI to do it.
Right.
mhm. Yeah, that's what you get paid the big bucks for. Figure it out. You know, that was my first mentor told me when I was done. And I was like, he was like, so you got to figure out why this go. He was like, this. And I was like, but how do I do that? He was like, that's why you get paid the big bucks.
Right. You figure it out. Let
Dude, it's like my first week. I didn't know what I was doing. Like I was just,
And again,
I
that's why I would
didn't
go
know
back and
code
say,
yet. I was,
figure
it
it out.
was, yeah, it was funny though. Like I was just going through it, and then I'm like, okay, I think it did that. I'm looking at the code now, like, man, I was really stressing over this little stuff. Like it was,
That's another reason why I believe my the students who are the C students in my classes, those are the one who are productive mainly when it's time to get out in the industry, because they know how to think. They're not afraid of trying something. They're not failures. They're not focusing on the A, they're focusing on learning.
yeah.
When
Mhm.
I learned more in my C classes than I learned in my A classes. I learned more in the classes that I got a C out of than the
You gotta
classes that
struggle and you figure
right,
it out. Yeah.
right. So that's one part. Any other final comments for you all? No.
Mm.
Well, thank.
Learn to work well with people.
Okay.
It is
Yeah,
very important. Don't get lost in the code. Don't stick to yourself. Learn to work with people.
because they probably know something you know. You probably know something they know. Or maybe they probably just say something that just triggers something off. Like, oh, that's what it is. You
Yeah, I like how certain organizations, I don't know if y'all organizations are like this, the way they give some type it's you will run into somebody at your organization that can help, even if it's just going to get some water, based on how the organization is set up. What they call it, serendipity.
Mhm.
1 + 1 = 3, using synergy and things like that. So, like you all said, learn to work with people.
Mhm.
All righty.